What happens if the perception of your brand is not matching up to what you want your brand to be about? Let's look at Jack Antonoff right now and how he seems to be pivoting his brand in a pretty smart way that also feels a little gossipy too. So, the thing that Jack Antonoff is most known for right now is working with Taylor Swift, of course, because Taylor Swift is like the person everybody's talking about, not just because of her new album, but because of the Eras tour and et cetera, et cetera. And this new album, The Life of a Showgirl, Jack Antonoff is not on. She produced that exclusively with Max Martin and Shellback. And I wonder if part of this was because Jack actually wanted to take a pivot with his brand as well as Taylor whatever choice she's making for whatever reason. Because I just listened to this interview of Jack and Hayley Williams, and one of the things that stuck out to me is that in this interview, they spent a lot of time talking about like their origin story. So when we're crafting our brand mythology, one of the most important pieces is your origin story. And Jack was kind of like heated talking about how, you make a couple pop records and people think that's all you do. But in reality, he had this like whole backstory where he started out as just like, like a kid in a band making music, whatever. Kind of like Hayley Williams, they kind of came up together in the same scene, but we don't really know that about Jack. Like, we just think of him as being Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter's producer because that's like what the hot topic is right now. And so I feel like he's making this intentional pivot of like breaking away from Taylor and now doing things with like Hayley Williams, where he's drawing attention to the depth of him and his work beyond just pop music. And so, this is why I think when we're communicating with our audience about who we are and what our brand is, it's important to think through like, what is our origin story? Why do we do what we do? What is important to us? And what do we want people to know about us?